The executive branch, the legislative branch, and the Supreme Court are all on the wrong side of history. The only branch that we have left is the judicial branch. They are our lifeline to holding on to our democracy. They are the lifeline to making sure that this ashish regime stays a pipe dream for the people in the administration right now. But the judicial branch has failed us. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals unanimously decided that 47 can indeed keep control over the National Guard in LA. They said that he presented enough evidence to show that he had a defensible rationale for taking over the National Guard at that point. Now, what they cite is that people were throwing things, Molotov cocktails, bricks, and other things at the police. And because of that show of force from the protesters, there was enough of a reason for Bone Spurs to intervene at that point. This is not at all what the lower court judge had found in this case, but the Court of Appeals were a little bit more sympathetic to the administration. So the case now is back in a federal court, where Governor Gavin Newsom's team are asking for a preliminary injunction to return the control of the National Guard back over to Gavin Newsom. The protests in Los Angeles have died down, so Bone Spurs still having control over the National Guard runs the risk of reanimating those protests. So we will see how that goes. At the time of filming, there hasn't been a decision made by this federal court as to whether or not they are going to grant this preliminary injunction. In other news, a federal judge has granted the release of Mahmoud Khalil. He was the pro-Palestinian activist who got picked up after a protest. His wife was heavily pregnant at the time, and she has since had their baby while Khalil was in detention. So now he is able to leave and finally see his wife and newborn kid. By the way, they took him from New Jersey and put him in a detention center in Louisiana so that his wife could not see him. Just freaking heartless.